Good, y'all. I'm Jerry, about to check out top 10 wrestlers to use the Frog Splash. This video is about Wrestling Flashback. One of my top, I want to say top 4 or 5 wrestlers to use this Frog Splash would have to be, of course, Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam, RVD, whatever you want to call him, RVD. Who else used to use the Frog Splash? I want to say Christian. Christian did a pretty good Frog Splash. Seth Rollins does a pretty good Frog Splash. And ultimately, you got to give it to Montez Ford for the highest Frog Splash, man. But overall, we're about to see the other 5 wrestlers that's on this video. That's in this list, actually. And we about to hop into the video. Let's go. Yes,
The Frog Splash is one of
Logan Paul got a beautiful Frog Splash, too. He definitely adapted to the WWE style.
Eye-catching maneuvers as the wrestler
D'Lo Brown, Ray Ray,
before crashing down on their
KO. I forgot that KO.
Those moments in the air make the person performing the
Christian.
move seem like a superhero as they gracefully soar through the sky.
They're kind of like a regular splash.
Today we'll highlight the wrestlers who did the move best as we list the top 10 users.
You gotta put my boy Montez Ford on
Honorable
here.
mention goes to Mexican wrestler La Fiera, who was the first person to use the Frog Splash back in the 1980s. Sure, it's
I thought Art Barr was the first person.
But Fiera holds the distinction of being the innovator of the Frog Splash. Number 10, Art Barr.
Yeah,
Art Barr
the creator.
is one of the men credited with popularizing the Frog Splash in the 90s. Its name is in reference to how Art resembled a frog when performing the maneuver, and it was this technique that helped make the move look so impressive.
That's how Eddie started doing it. He passed away in a car accident.
Certainly ranked higher on the list. Number 9,
Christian.
Although Captain Charisma didn't dive as gracefully as some of the other entries on the list, he was one of the wrestlers that adopted the Frog Splash as a regular move following Eddie Guerrero's passing.
Yeah.
We've seen this.
Christian did this as a tribute.
Christian
to Eddie,
was
and now
hella
anytime
underrated in
Christian climbs to
WWE.
the top and leap through the air, we think of Latino Heat.
Hella underrated.
Number 8, Chavo Guerrero.
Chavito.
Chavo was another wrestler who introduced the Frog Splash into his arsenal following the death of Eddie.
Chavo actually was doing it before Eddie died. A little bit.
And there's the Frog Splash. And check out the Frog Splash. And now Chavo.
It was a special moment when Chavo defeated JBL with the Frog Splash on the first episode of SmackDown following Eddie's death.
This Chavito right there.
Chavo continued to use the Frog Splash, pointing to the sky in honor of his uncle before executing the move.
They was down there, his brother that he lost.
This is for you, Eddie. Stop it, Chavo.
Number 7, Rey Mysterio.
Ray.
Mysterio will likely go down as
Ray started doing it
greatest
after
ever
Eddie
high
died,
flyer. We've seen
as
him
a tribute.
perform all sorts of different high-flying maneuvers throughout his career. The Frog Splash was just another strong addition to his aerial offense.
On the verge of becoming United States champion.
Frog Splash. No way.
Dominic does it too nowadays.
The 619 acted as the setup, while the Frog Splash gave fans the big finish. Once again, reminding us of Latino Heat.
Latino Heat.
Rey has since passed down the Frog Splash to his son Dominic Mysterio,
Yeah.
as the legacy of Eddie Guerrero continues to live on.
We're gonna see it. 619 Frog Splash.
Another one.
Just one. Get ready for number 2.
Number 6, Kevin Owens.
KO got a
Frog
beautiful
Splash
one.
was particularly powerful given how much weight came crashing down on the opponent.
That's 270.
I love KO.
Owens might not be as quick and nimble as the other entries on our list, but this is what makes his Frog Splash so effective, since it focuses more on creating the most impact rather than getting the most height.
That's a lot of
Kevin's version of the
goddamn
move
weight.
has previously been referred to as the Bull Frog Splash, due to how much extra force Owens can generate as a result of his size.
Damn.
KO has also hit the Frog Splash in some of the most unique ways.
Yeah.
Number 5,
Seth Rollins.
Rollins has put his body on the
He's
line
done beautiful.
countless times when hitting the Frog Splash. He's hit the moves in numerous different match types and in a variety of different ways.
Rollins top rope. Cesaro nowhere to go. Rollins. Oh my goodness.
With flawless technique and clean execution, Rollins is one of the most impressive Frog Splashes in wrestling.
Rollins can't get there. Absolutely no way.
When Seth retires, Seth Roman and all the other guys retire,
We've seen Seth do all types of different
I'm gonna be
flips in the
sad,
past,
'cause
but he's always gone back
I ain't
to the
gonna
Frog
lie.
Splash, and that's no surprise given its power
Seth one of the few guys that can
Rollins
still put on a great
continues to
match.
build on the move by upping the risk factor.
Rollins going for everything he's got. Through Brock.
Number 4, D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown.
Performed the move as a way to pay homage to Art Barr, who D'Lo greatly admired. And
Damn.
that's no surprise given how D'Lo's Frog Splash shares the closest resemblance to Art's.
D'Lo kick. He can't reach you with this. Oh, whoa!
Nice move, brother. It's over with, man. It's over, man.
It was a thing of beauty to watch D'Lo's version of the Frog Splash, which was dubbed as the Lowdown. Brown flew through the sky as 260 pounds collided with the opponent.
260.
Top rope. Wow, down.
D'Lo went up high to then
Damn.
low down.
Back to his feet. Yes. Down from
I forgot he came back in
Number
09.
3, Montez Ford. It's long
Yeah.
since been said that no one gets higher than RVD. And while that is true,
Tez got
Montez,
the
when it
hops.
comes to the Frog Splash, Montez Ford gets more height than anyone. So
Yeah.
much so that he christened the move from the
From the
I'll
heavens.
make sure it's going to be so high to the point they're not even going to call it a frog splash. They're going to literally call it from the heavens.
From the heavens! No! From the heavens! From the heavens! Wow, he transitioned in midair!
And given how high and how far Ford can jump, one would think he's incredibly comfortable in the air. But believe it or not, Montez is actually afraid of heights.
I am afraid of heights.
That's crazy.
Batman's actually afraid of bats. So I thought it was the same way. If you're afraid of something, then maybe just keep tackling every time.
Ford uses the Frog Splash as a finisher at a time when
That's
other
crazy to
wrestlers
hear.
use a signature move. This meant that Ford's take on the maneuver had to stand out, and stand out it certainly did. Inspired by users of the move
The
that
height
came
of it.
before him.
Rob Van Dam and Eddie Guerrero. I try to have a combination, a mix of both of them. Eddie, when his impact, because when Eddie hit it, it just looked like he just, bah, it just took out whatever it was in the person, it was gone. And also Rob Van Dam's height and his range. I've seen him hit it from like so many different areas in the ring. Those are like my two favorite ones. I'm going to try to have a mixture of both of them.
Montez continues to take the Frog Splash to new heights.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, Rob Van Dam.
RVD,
Van Dam's
gotta give it
version was
RVD.
legally named the 5-star Frog Splash.
He just
This was
named the
voiced by
two.
commentator Joey Styles as a shot at Dave Meltzer, since Styles believed Meltzer hadn't been giving ECW the credit they deserved.
Damn,
the 5-star Frog Splash
that's
allowed
where the name
RVD to
came
jump
from?
as high as possible into the air and then come down with the greatest of
How long Dave Meltzer been rating people?
He gets up there, extends. Maybe why I go so much higher than he does too.
Him and Eddie should have had a bigger feud, a better, actual feud in WWE. They
It didn't
faced
matter
each
what
other in
his opponent was positioned
2002.
or what angle Van Dam was jumping from.
Two.
He could swing and bend his
When
body
Eddie and
midair
Ben White
still
came
land
back.
perfectly.
But they never had a feud on SmackDown. When both of them was on SmackDown at the time. They always teamed up against each other.
Rob landed with so much impact, he sold the effects of the move. If it had taken that much out of the whole effing show,
He used to
imagine
always
the
do that.
damage done to the opponent.
Look at Devon twitching and shit.
The 5 Frog Splash allowed RVD to reach the very top of the industry when he captured the WWE Championship at ECW One Night Stand 2006.
Two, three. That was a big moment right there.
Number 1, Eddie
Latino
Guerrero.
Heat.
He ranked higher than the 5-star Frog
He
Splash.
popularized
Joe
it.
Guerrero's version of the move had to be something special.
Yeah, Fox Splash.
Eddie first began using the move after watching La Fiera in Mexico.
I really liked his technique.
I thought he got it from Art Barr.
You know, I took that move and I did it my way.
Guerrero built on La Fiera's technique
they were
by
tag
adding more of
partners.
a pump motion in the air as Eddie kept his hands together, bringing his knees close to his body before extending out.
He does more like what you're doing at the diving board, but his arms more straight out.
5-star. So it was always
The move
teammates.
was originally known as the jackknife splash. Given how fast the mid-air action resembled a quick-drawing folding knife of the same name, Guerrero's tag team partner Art Barr inherited
Yeah.
the maneuver from Eddie, where it then became
Oh,
the
he
Frog
inherited
Splash.
it.
See, the frog splash, Art stole that from me. I was doing that way before Art got home.
Oh, okay, okay.
The legs out and he looked like actually a frog in the air. That's how they got the name the frog splash.
Then, after Art's passing, Guerrero used the move as his finisher in honor of
Okay.
his former tag partner.
After Art passed away, I kind of kept doing it.
The move brought Eddie massive success, as any time he was feeling froggy, the fans would rise, excited
Latino
to see
Heat.
he soar like an eagle.
2002 Jeff in the ring.
This gave us some absolutely classic moments.
That's the best one right there. He won a WWE
Wrestlers had a
Championship.
connection with the audience like Eddie Guerrero, and the Frog Splash was just one of the ways Eddie felt larger than life.
Guerrero up on top. Look at Van Dam's positioning. Got Eddie Guerrero even reach him. Frog Splash!
Got him.
That brings us
That
to
was
the
a
end of this
SmackDown
video.
moment
As
right
always,
there.
if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the...
Alright, y'all, great video, man. All these guys on this list performed the Frog Splash incredibly, and still to this day, it's regarded as one of the best finishing moves of all time, one of the best high-flying finishing moves of all time, man. So, with that being said, let me know down below in the comments of what y'all thought of my reaction to the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, tell me what y'all want me to react to next. Until next time, peace.